Hi, and welcome to this Yoga Flow class. Today, the idea of the class is based on a little experience that happened to me yesterday. And sometimes it's the smallest of experiences that really jump out to you, and you don't have to look for grand ideas to find a sense of meaning or inspiration in life. I went cycling outside of Cambridge, where I live, yesterday, and I'd planned my route. I don't normally plan a route. I would normally be quite intuitive about it and just sort of somehow end up getting home at a vaguely acceptable time and not too exhausted or not too thirsty or hungry. But this time I planned it on a route mapper, and I thought that would be really clever. Anyway, as clever as I thought I was, very quickly as soon as I left Cambridge, I ended up on a path that I thought was going to be a road, but actually when you plan in the route mapper, you don't realise that the route that it's taking you on is some kind of bridle way for either horses or mountain bikes. And I'm on this dainty, delicate little road bike, and all of a sudden, before I knew it, I was on this path that was actually really not suitable. It was really, really narrow, and on either side of it, there were stinging nettles up to my thighs, basically, and they were coming over the path, and I'd sort of gone far enough that I couldn't really return, because you couldn't get off your bike because you'd have to stand in the bush of stinging nettles, and it was already a little bit painful, and I thought I'm really not going to do that, but what do I do here? And the sign when I joined this path said the next place was in 1.5 miles, and I sort of thought, crap, that's a polite way of putting it. And I thought, well, what am I going to do? And I actually got really angry. I got really annoyed with it and was like, oh, I'm so stupid for not planning it properly. I'm like, oh, what am I going to do? This path is so awful. How dare they not cut things? Did the council not do anything? Why do I pay council tax? I started sounding like my dad, really. And I didn't really sort of, step out of that. I was just in the emotion of feeling angry, yeah? And then suddenly I just thought, you know what, there's really nothing I can do. I have to surrender to this. And it's a really stupid example, but I thought I actually can't get off the bike, and I just simply have to keep going. And it was really shaky and wobbly, and I thought if I take a wrong turn, I'm going to sort of fall off into the bushes. And then I just thought of this idea of me falling over sideways on my bike into a pile of stinging nettles, and I just laughed. And I thought, why am I being so angry about something I can't control? And it was just quite funny. Trust me, to be so smart as to plan my route that it goes through basically like a nature reserve, goes through the wilderness, even though it's 5 minutes outside of Cambridge. And isn't that quite a good metaphor for life? When you get stuck on a path, there's kind of no turning back once you're on it, and that you just have to keep going to the end. And it's so constrained that if there's no leeway to move one side or the other, you have to really watch your step. And that's definitely how I felt during situations being locked in the house for a long period of time, and in situations where I've not felt maybe as well, or I've gone down old paths that I know aren't great, but once you're on it, you can't really stop. And that often happens in our yoga practice as well, doesn't it? We get into a sequence where we think, goodness, I didn't sign up for this. I'm now in standing split, and I'm going somewhere, and I just can't come out of it, because if I come out of it, I'm going to be a fool in front of all these other people, or my ego is going to be hurt, or it's actually going to hurt, because there are some positions that you get into if you don't come out carefully or properly, or you don't know how to come out with safe guidance from a teacher, then it actually can be quite painful, like falling into a bush of stinging nettles, or even worse. So that often plays out on the yoga mat as well. And in that situation, what do? Do you get really angry and think, oh, I didn't sign up for this class, this teacher is awful, how dare they design sequences like this, it's just terrible? Or do you actually think, okay, so what about this experience? Even though I didn't choose it, can I still appreciate? And actually that path was so beautiful. There were so many flowers and wild things and animals. I saw like little mice along the path, and not these horrible city rats that I would normally see, but little cute dormice, I don't mind those at all. And it was stunning, and I went somewhere where I would never have gone before. And if we could let go in our yoga practice of, oh, this isn't what it's supposed to be, this isn't the way I've always done it, this isn't the firm ground that I'm used to, it's not the comfort zone. If we could let go of that, then where could we get to? Where could we go within our practice physically, or even sort of mentally, emotionally, spiritually? So that's the spirit with which we're going to practice the class today. It's not the most inspirational story. It's not one of the yoga stories of old, of myth and legend and almost fantasy, it seems, when you hear some of these wonderful tales from some of the scriptures. It's just somebody going down the wrong path on their bike. But these are the way that things play out in everyday life, and that's perhaps the beauty of it as well. So hopefully that makes sense, and hopefully you enjoy the class. Take it with a bit of lightness, and when you do find that critical voice creeping in, if you have one, and if you don't, then I'm really happy for you, but I'm also very jealous, then, try and let it go. That, rather than challenging it and getting stuck in a fight of different voices, letting go of that, oh, I'm really annoyed I came on this journey, and maybe your brow will soften, maybe you'll smile, maybe you'll laugh about it, and maybe, yes, you wish you'd taken antihistamines or something to rub on your bites and your stings when you got home, but you will hopefully enjoy it and think that it's worthwhile. So finding your way to start the class in Tadasana, mountain pose. So coming up to the top of your mat, however that works for you. Finding your way to bring the feet together, palms facing forward. So maybe you're really consciously stepping the feet onto the earth. Feeling that sense of groundedness, work in the lower body, but freedom in the upper body. So not soldier pose with arms really sticking out to the side and rigid. Soft in the arms, open on the chest without the ribs flaring up. And gaze is forwards. So maybe you notice that path that you're on and you're really trying to strain for looking for the end of the class. Not that kind of looking forwards, but a way where you feel like you're really ready for what's coming without wanting to rush. Not leaning forwards too much into the toes in anticipation. Not backing off too much back into the heels, but evenly distributing through the feet. Really, really nice. And as you inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold, but really, really bend the legs. Good. Inhale, lift the chest, straighten the legs. So forward fold is gentle on the spine. As you exhale, bend the legs, chest on the thighs. Inhale, reaching up. And exhale, folding down. One more time. Inhale, reach up. Start lifting your energy up from the floor. Exhale, hands coming down. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Chest stays open. Exhale, left leg goes back. Inhale, look forwards. And exhale, push the floor away. Take the right leg up to three-legged dog. Really nice. Bend the knee and start circling around through the right hip. So opening and oiling up that hip already. Really, really nice. Try to keep the shoulders even, yeah? So don't wriggle around the shoulder girdle too much, spinning the chest through. Just use that hip to stir the knee around. Good. And then inhale, open it out. Exhale, lean forwards, right foot outside the right wrist. Lizard pose. Come onto the fingertips. Inhale, lift up the chest. Good. Exhale, can you straighten your right leg and keep your chest open? So really keep your collarbones broad and you're looking forwards. Really, really nice. Now start to make it a bit more one movement, one breath. Inhale here. Exhale, bend the front leg. Back leg stays straight. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Good. Exhale, bend the front leg. Really proud chest. Inhale, straighten. And exhale, bend. Good. Get a little bounce on. Step the left foot outside the left wrist. Turn the toes out and come to hands in prayer like a small goddess. So you're squatting down, but not leaning forwards. So it's not malasana, prayer squat down by the floor, and it's not quite as wide as your goddess. Really nice. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Exhale, release the arms to Tadasana. Bring the feet together. Inhale, lengthen. Reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, right leg goes back. Keep the chest open the whole time. No point looking back. Inhale. Look forwards and then exhale, left leg goes up. Three-legged dog. Bend the knee, open the hip. Really nice. So keep pulling up the front of that right leg. Keep putting the weight in the thumb of the hands. But keep moving through the hip as well. Really, really nice. Maybe you change direction. Didn't think about that. Excellent. Good. And then inhale, open the hip a lot. Exhale, look forwards, left foot outside the left wrist. Come onto the fingertips. Inhale, push the chest open. And exhale, straighten up the left leg and try and keep the left big toe on the floor and the spine long. Really challenging not to round and look backwards. Yeah, so imagining you're on that path where there's no option to go backwards. You're really trying to keep looking forwards with your chest open, your collarbones broad. Inhale. Exhale, bend the left leg, sink the hips down. Inhale, straighten the left leg, pull up the kneecap, keep the chest open. Exhale, bend. Really nice. Inhale, a bit of Ujjayi breath, really on, heating the body. Exhale, bend. One more time, inhale, straighten. And exhale, bend. Little bounce here. A little bit more active. Right foot outside the right wrist. Turn the toes out, heels in, hands in prayer. Really, really nice. So you're trying to get the bum at the same height as the knees, and you're using your glutes to push the knees out towards the side. Knees over the toes. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Exhale, release the arms, bring the feet back to Tadasana. So you could heel toe, or just step the feet together. Really nice. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, fold. Weight pouring down into the toes. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to plank. Inhale here. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, elbows in, and then glide. Cobra, hands stay on the floor, top of the feet on the mat. Exhale, push back, seat to the heels, downward dog. Inhale, roll forwards to plank. Exhale, chaturanga, so knees could be on the floor and the bum doesn't stick up. Inhale, upward dog or cobra, these are your options. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, the right leg up. Exhale, right foot in between the hands. Inhale, look forwards. Exhale, left leg to the right and fold. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up, palms touch. Exhale, hands come all the way back down, the way you came. Inhale, halfway lift, lead with the chest. Exhale, bend, step or jump back to plank and lower down your variation. Elbows in. Inhale, lift up, chest rises. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, foot between the hands and the chest pulls forwards. Exhale, right foot to the left, fold. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up, palms touch. Exhale, going straight back down. So make it really continuous. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or jump back, lowering down. Smooth with the breath. Inhale, float up the chest. Upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg goes up and hold it up. Try not to open the hips, so squeeze the inner thighs towards each other. Really, really nice. Point that right toe up. Now this movement that's coming, make it really continuous. And I had this feeling when I was cycling down that really narrow path that I just can't stop and I have to keep it even. I can't speed up too much. I can't slow down that I'm going to fall off by being too careful. Inhale. Exhale, foot between the hands and inhale, rise up, high lunge. Exhale, hands come down and inhale, sweep the leg up. Good, exhale, foot between the hands, inhale, rise up. Keep this going, exhale, hands down, sweep the leg up. So try and make it one movement, one breath, and make the hands take over from the foot so that it's seamless. There isn't any point where you're going to judder and stop. Good, really nice. Inhale, reaching up. And exhale down your own time. So maybe you're not quite with me. Good, the next time you come forward, stay in the high lunge. Good, interlace the fingers and release the index finger. Pull up the front of the back leg, squeeze the inner thighs together. Good, inhale, look up a little. Exhale, lean over towards the left, hip towards the right, and try and keep your chest facing forwards. Good, so you're on a narrow tightrope. There's not too much leeway. Inhale up through the middle. Exhale towards the right, hip towards the left, maybe a little bit, but try and squeeze the front of the hips together, inner thighs coming together. Inhale up through the middle. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale, step forwards, halfway lift. Open the mouth or fold. Inhale, reach all the way up, palms touch. Exhale, going straight back down, diving down with the chest. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or jump back, flow through to downward facing dog, one movement, one breath. And like I couldn't see where one shape changed into another. Inhale, left leg up and hold. So really work this shape. Really squeeze the inner thighs together rather than opening out. Get both armpits facing towards the floor. Real energy in that left kneecap pulled up, pointing the left toes up. Inhale. Exhale, foot between the hands, and the hands take over from the foot. Because you put your foot down, you can lift your hands up. Exhaling it down, and then inhale, sweeping it up. Good, exhale between the hands, inhale, rise up. Now keep going with your own breath. Now hands down, taking over with the foot and the hands like they're joined together, moving as one unit. Good, and it's even more powerful when we all do this together in one room. Really strong sense of unity of movement. Inhale, reaching up, maybe hold it here. Good, interlace the hands. Just join when you're ready. Good, inhale, lengthen, look up a little bit. Good, exhale over towards the right. Try and squeeze the inner thighs together. So you're pulling that right hip forwards, not opening out to bring the back heel down. Good, inhale up through the middle. Exhale over towards the left. Deep stretch into the psoas. Try and keep your breath moving. Really nice. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, hands come down, step forwards, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach all the way up, palms touch. Exhale, Tadasana. Really, really well done. Roll the shoulders back a couple of times, so these push-ups might tend to lead towards shoulders creeping up. Always trying to keep them down, and especially when you transfer into upward dog or cobra, the whole time, you're not drawing weight up into the rotator cuff. Good, relax. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, pull down into chair and twist to the left. Right elbow outside the left knee, so you spiral through the chest. Really, really nice. Excellent. So the whole class really, you've got to imagine those stinging nettles on either side of you, okay? Really, really hug the knees together. Right knee is not in front of the left knee. Point the right foot back and see if you can balance just on the left foot. Keep the chest spinning to the side, even if you're looking down a bit for your balance. Really, really good. And then can you send the right leg back slowly and then put it down on the floor? Maybe you can hover it for a moment. Good. Pop the back knee down and twist a little bit more. Good. So I want you to keep that back knee down. And inhale, reach your arms out, still facing to the left. Exhale, left hand on the back heel and reach right arm up and over. Really, really nice. Keep squeezing the inner thighs together, left knee in front of you. Brilliant. Inhale, reach the arms backwards and forwards, come up. Exhale, tuck the back toes and see if you can lift and squeeze the inner thighs together. So you're really closed in this twist. Shoulders over the hips. Excellent. Inhale. And then exhale, open out to warrior two. The natural counterpose to squeezing in is to open the hips out. You keep looking forwards. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, hands come down and frame the front foot, step back to plank, lower down. Smoothly, so we know this bit. It's not a time to collapse, it's a time to think, yes, I know it, and I can refine it. Really good, downward facing dog. Maybe you're pedaling it out, maybe you're nice and still, regulating and smoothing out the breath. Bend the knees, look forwards. Step or jump forwards, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, relax the arms down. So instead of coming into chair in the traditional way, inhale, reach the arms up first, and then exhale, bend the legs and spiral to the right. Left elbow outside the right knee. Really try and bring the left knee in line with the right knee, not shooting it forwards. It will reflect in the back of the pelvis. Really, really try and keep it nice and even. Good, and then point the left toes back. Really squeeze the back of the knee. Squeeze the knees together. And then can you detach the left leg from the right as you take it back and hover the foot off the floor. And then put the toes down, put the knee down, and twist through a little bit more. Good, so that left knee is under the hip. Really nice. Breathe your belly in towards the right thigh. Good, keep facing the right. As you inhale, arms go wide. Exhale, right hand back onto the heel, left arm up, and trying to lean back a little bit. But keep pushing that left hip forwards. Try and keep that right knee squeezing in front of you. Really good. Inhale up through the middle, keep facing the right. Exhale, tuck the back toe under and straighten that left leg as much as you can. Really squeeze together the inner thighs. Spin the chest through a bit more. Shoulders over the hips. Inhale. And exhale, push out warrior two, and you look forwards over that middle finger. Excellent, bending into that front leg, not sticking up the back hip, evening it out. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Lean back, not collapsing back. Exhale, hands down, step back. Plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward looking. All cobra, exhale, downward facing. Really nice. Bend the knees, look forward, step or jump forwards, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach all the way up, palms touch. Exhale back through Tadasana. Good, and release the palms to face forwards. So we're going to move on to even more balancing, because I think that tightrope feeling that I had on that path, that's how it's felt getting through this period of time. And when it feels like that in other periods of time in life, we feel constrained. Yeah, finding the balance in those situations is really tricky. Right foot in front of the left. Right in front, directly in front, all toes facing forward. Squeeze the inner thighs together, squeeze the glutes together, try not to stick the bum out. Shift the weight backwards and forwards, hands can be on the hips, and then close the eyes. So sudden stillness is required, but maybe your mind is racing, maybe your little muscles are gripping on for dear life. And maybe you could be angry about it and be like, oh, I'm going to fall out soon. Maybe you can have a laugh about it. Maybe the arms can go either side and you can find a bit of counterbalance with your arms as you squeeze the inner thighs together. Good, and then open the eyes and suddenly, maybe when you can see that end point, everything comes a bit easier. Feet come back together, palms facing forward. Other side, right foot behind, left foot in front. So you need to work out, how is it with the weight even between the feet? Do I need to go more forwards, more backwards, more to the side? And then close the eyes. I don't mind what you're doing with your arms. So maybe you're reaching out to grab onto something that might help you in an unstable, constricted, no-win situation. That's fine. Maybe you can adapt and shift the weight around a bit and recruit some little muscles to help. Good, and then open the eyes, and suddenly, so much easier. There's a bit of an end in sight. Bring the foot together. Good, next to each other, those feet really trying not to grip the toes. Weight back a little bit in the heels. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step the left leg back. Inhale, rise up, high lunge. Exhale, left arm under the right, bending at the elbow, wrap once or twice, and bring the hands in the middle of the face, wherever you are. Fingers are really spreading up. So maybe the hands don't touch palm to palm, but you're spreading the fingers because this is eagle in the arms, and therefore, the feathers are the fingers. Inhale, lift up a little bit. Exhale, knee and elbow come towards each other, elbow in front of the knee. Inhale, lift up. Keep the back leg straight. Exhale, elbow in front of the knee without collapsing the belly on the thigh. One more time, inhale, lift up. Exhale, elbow in front of the knee. Now hold it there. Can you lift forwards a bit more? Point your fingers in the direction you're going and float up to warrior three, balancing act. Keep the shoulders pulled down, but the fingers extending forwards. Kick through the left heel. Spin the left hip to face down to the floor. Inhale. And then exhale, bend both legs. The left leg comes up over the right leg. Wrap once or twice and hold. Good, so maybe this is a moment where you're like, I just want to get out of this. This isn't what I expected. I thought a charity yoga class would be really nice and tame and friendly. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Maybe if you stick with it, you'll find something new, unless it's really painful. Good, and then left foot comes next to the right. Release the arms. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, right leg goes back. Inhale, rise up, high lunge. Exhale, right arm under the left. Wrap once or twice. Good, so one shoulder might be a little bit easier than the other. Yeah? Really, really try and squeeze those inner thighs towards each other. Inhale, lift up. Elbows away from the chest without the shoulders creeping up. Exhale, elbows and knees come together. Good, inhale, lift up. Good, exhale, it's like you're floating your elbows in front of that left knee. Not collapsing. Inhale, lift up. Really nice. Exhale, hold here. Lift the chest a bit more. Point the fingers even further forwards, and then, like you're being pulled by your middle finger, float up, warrior three. Right heel kicks away, right hip facing down, chest staying open, not collapsing to the floor. Inhale. Exhale, bend both legs. Lift up, right leg over the left. And maybe because you knew it was coming, you dreaded it. Or maybe you thought, I can get through that. Doesn't really matter if I fall off. What's the worst that will happen? Pull the shoulders down. And then right foot next to the left. Release the arms. Inhale, reach up. That swooping motion. Exhale, fold. Really nice. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or jump back to plank. Lower down through chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing. Exhale, downward dog. Right foot forwards, warrior one. Step the back heel in, lift up. Brilliant. Exhale, open out to warrior two. So you step the back leg back a little bit. Inhale, straighten up on the front leg. Exhale, reach forwards, and then bring the right hand down, the left hand up. Spin the chest through to look up towards that left hand. Now, if you were to close your left eye, your right eye would still see the middle finger of that left hand, not by yanking your neck, but by spinning from the heart and the chest, rotating through as the right shoulder comes under, the left shoulder peels back. Really nice. And then keep the leg straight. As you inhale, come up, float up. Exhale, bend into that front leg again. Good. Inhale, re-straighten. Exhale, turn the toes in. Arms stay wide. You want your heels kicking away, wide-legged position. Inhale, lift up. Push the floor in opposite directions, and exhale, come forwards into the toes. Hands come down on the floor. Good. So here, quite specific variations today, okay? I want you to bring the left hand under the face. If you need to bend the legs to get the chest a bit more open, then do, or to get the hand on the floor. And then inhale, lift up through the right hand, spin the chest under. It's kind of where we've been in triangle, yeah? We're really trying to roll the bottom shoulder under. So it's not about yanking the top shoulder back, it's about really spinning from the bottom shoulder. Inhale, look up. If you can, exhale, hand comes down. You might need to bend the legs. Inhale, reach up, other side, switching hands. Really nice. Spin the chest under. Get this top shoulder away from the ear, not collapsing down onto the side of the neck. Really nice. Energy in the top fingers, yeah, like they can pull you up towards the sky. Inhale. And exhale, hand comes down. Good. Spin to the front of your mat, lizard pose. Hands come inside the front foot. Good. Step the other leg forwards to prayer squat, and this time your bum goes right down as your heels are in and your toes are out. Really expand across the chest. Excellent. Now bringing the palms to face forwards, the elbows are in line with the shoulders, not out to the side. So it's really like they're in front of the shoulders. Optional crow. So you lean in, you pick up the feet off the floor perhaps, or maybe you're just experimenting with a feeling of weight coming into the hands. Good, if you're in your crow, step or jump back. The rest of us can step or jump back, lower down. Inhale, cobra or upward dog, finish nicely. So right the way to downward dog, you're in tune. Brilliant. Left leg forwards, warrior one, rise up. Hips facing forwards. Even though those right toes are turned out a tiny bit, your hip is not turned out at all. Inhale, look up. Exhale, branch out. Warrior two. You keep looking forwards as you draw that right arm open. Roll the hips out so that the knees move away from each other. Excellent. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, reach. And then without collapsing the waist, you keep that waist extended. And you lift up with the right hand, left hand goes down. So there's one line from finger to finger from the middle of your chest. Good, maybe you close your right eyelid. Try and glance your middle finger, shooting up with your left eye. Really, really nice. Can you feel the action on the back of the pelvis, the glutes squeezing together? As you inhale, lift up, both legs should easily then stay straight. Exhale, bend into the front leg. Warrior two. Inhale, straighten, turn the foot in, wide-legged. My back is to you now. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold. Your bum doesn't go backwards. It really tries to stay over the heels, hands coming down on the floor. Good, another specific variation. Inhale, halfway lift. And then the right arm is going over towards the left leg. So maybe it goes outside the calf or all the way down to the ankle. And then inhale, spin. And lift your chest your left hand all the way up to the sky, and try and draw your rib cage towards the left leg. And then bring the left hand behind your back and maybe into the right hip crease. So you're really trying to lay your heart onto the front of that left leg. Good, inhale. And exhale, spin the chest a bit more. Then inhale, untangle your left arm. Exhale, both hands come down and sway a bit side to side like you were drawing in the sand. Really, really good. And then inhale through the middle, halfway lift. Excellent. Other side. Left hand goes outside the right leg. Slides maybe down to the heel. Inhale, peel up through the right arm. And then exhale, try and draw your chest over towards the front of that right leg. Maybe bringing the hand behind into the hip crease. Really, really good. See if you can actually feel your breath travel through your belly, through the front of the leg, into the hamstring on the back of that leg. Really good. Inhale, reach the arm up. Exhale, sway side to side. Really, really good. And then spin to the front of your mat, lizard pose. Inhale, and then exhale. Sit down into Malasana, prayer squat, hands in prayer, knees moving wide. Really, really nice. So here, second chance for crow pose or crane pose. So crane pose, if you're feeling like a more adventurous variation, is to go more towards straight arms, and you want to bring the knees behind the arms and up towards the armpits. So really trying to get your chest open the whole time, so otherwise you're going to just round forwards, leaning in, weighting the thumbs, taking any variation you like. And remember, crows don't have to be flying all of the time. Yeah, and then find your way back through your vinyasa. Exhale back and down. Inhale, lift up the chest. Try and keep the shoulders down away from the ears, and exhale, downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. Open the mouth and sigh. Let the tension out of the back of the neck. Good inhale. Blubber the lips and just really, really nice and softly, knees coming towards the floor, untucking the toes and resting the head back into child's pose. Brilliant. Massage out the forehead on the floor. Let any wrinkles between the brow, between the eyes, just iron out and soften the face, soften the shoulders and breathe. And then inhale, walk the hands forwards, come up to tabletop, all fours. Really, really nice. Tuck the toes under and lift the knees just an inch off the floor. So the knees are underneath the hips. So we're not going to hold this for ages. It's going to be quite dynamic and quite fun, yeah? So left foot goes through the gap and you lift the right hand up, put the right foot down. Good, and then putting it down. Good, right foot goes through, lift the left hand up. Good, and then putting it down. Good, try and move from side to side. And don't be too worried about what it looks like. Maybe you can really point that leg forwards. You can really get a feeling of rotating side to side. Maybe you can do a little hop side to side. Yeah? And then you're thinking, is this really yoga? Or did I sign up for break dancing for charity? Good, and then put it down in the middle, knees come down. Round yourself up, knees hip width apart. Inhale, stand up on your knees. Excellent. Elbows wide, inhale. Lift the chest, pull the lower belly in a little. Exhale, shoulders go back as the heart lifts up, and you keep your hips pushing forwards for camel. Elbows still wide. Inhale, lift. Exhale, elbows go back, shoulders roll open, and lift the heart towards the chest. Big breath in. Exhale, head comes up, lower down onto the heels, and relax the arms. Really, really well done. Hands come forwards, back up into downward facing dog. That was a little interlude with a little break dancing section. Bend the knees, look forwards. Step or jump forwards, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach all the way up, lengthen. And exhale, Tadasana. Brilliant. Now hugging the right knee up towards the chest. Rotate through that right ankle. There's a sense of freedom in this leg, you know? Real work in the bottom leg. Good. So you could have your hand on the knee and stay there, or peace fingers on the big toe. Inhale, shoulders back. Exhale, start to extend forwards, keeping your right shoulder back. Really, really nice. Wherever you are, you're really trying to keep pushing through that left leg. Everything even with the shoulders. Good, and then inhale, open out the gates. So if your knee is bent, you can still open out the gate. Try not to stick the hip up and out. Yeah, so really keep that right hip rolled down in space. Good, and then bend the leg, put it into a tree, either above the knee or below the knee, but not actually on the knee. Good, so hips are pushing forwards. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, right arm goes down onto that right leg, palm faces up and you relax the elbow. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale over towards the right. Now it's a lot of work on that left leg. Maybe the right arm can float off and you keep your chest facing forwards. Really, really nice. Inhale up through the middle. Exhale, foot comes down into a chair, and then you need to just sort of pedal it out a little bit. Maybe wash off the breath, wash off the effort. Let those sort of constraints of the balancing pose be done with. Good, inhale, chair, arms go up but legs stay bent. Exhale, chest to the thighs, then fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or jump back to plank and hold it there. Left knee down on the floor, right foot goes back, right arm up, side plank. So you spin the left foot a little bit off the mat. Excellent. Good, inhale. Exhale, flex the right foot a lot and start to lift it up, hip height. Really, really nice. Good, and then bend that right leg. Can you keep the knee at hip height? Point the right toes back. Lift the knee a tiny bit more. Good, and then bring the hand on top of the foot, right hand on top of the foot. Squeeze the heel in towards the bum and push your hips more forwards. And really try and lift that knee. Good, inhale. Exhale, start to kick back with that hand and foot. And don't let the foot lift up and the knee drop down. Really try and keep the foot directly behind the bum. Really nice. Inhale, lengthen through the chest. Exhale, soften the grip. Extend the right leg back and the right arm forwards. So there's one line between your heel and your fingers. Good, then can you push your wrist forwards and turn your right fingers up towards the sky? Good, a real sense of, wow, I'm so long on my right side of my body. And then hands come down to plank. Inhale, full plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Elbows right in. Inhale, lift up. Upward dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Bend the knees, look forward, step or jump forwards, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach. Lift all the way up, lengthen. Exhale, relax the arms down to the side. Good. Left knee comes up, and notice, are you dreading it already? Is your poor little right ankle being like, oh, these muscles have to work really hard? Or there are bits of it that actually, oh, there's some beauty in that. Something to notice. Good, maybe left hand and foot come together, peace fingers on big toe, inhale, exhale, extend. So you want that leg to go straight in front of you. Left shoulder be plugged back and down. Really nice. Work through the right leg. And then open out the hip, which is not lifting it up and falling over. Yeah? It's really trying to keep that left hip in and down towards the right hip as you open it towards the sides. Good, doesn't matter whether you're extending the leg or not. And then bring it into a tree, above or below the knee, but no pressure on the right knee at all. Hands to prayer. Really nice. Push the right leg into the left leg. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, left arm down and relax the hand on the left leg first before leaning over. Inhale, reach up first and then lean over. So you want to get height and length and space before you move into the space. Maybe left arm goes over. Lifts off, and there's a sense of freedom in the balance that doesn't tip over into chaos and falling over. Good, inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, bring it into chair. Now whatever you like, maybe a little rounding, a little bit of movement up and down, doesn't have to involve the spine too much. Good. Hold it down in the legs, inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold, chest to the thighs, then straighten the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or jump back, plank and hold. Really, really nice. So you're putting the right knee on the floor, and the left leg goes back, left arm goes up. You spin the right foot off the mat a bit. Good. Really, really nice. Inhale. Exhale, flex the left leg and draw that heel up in line with the hip. So not sort of halfway, but really try and work the waist. Brilliant. Inhale. Exhale, bend. Point the toe and lift that knee a little bit higher so like you could rip open the inside of your tights. Yeah? Has been known. Good, and then left hand goes on top of the left foot and draw the heel in towards the bum and really try and push forward through the hips. Inhale, and then exhale, start to kick back, and you're going directly back behind the bum. Not lifting the foot up, different shape. Yeah, so really trying to make it like a bow. So this is like a bow and arrow that you're pulling, not a dancer lifting the foot up. Good, inhale. Exhale, soften, and then try not to lose that height. Extend through the left leg and reach left hand forwards, and if you can, flex the wrist. Turn the fingers up towards the sky. Real energetic line from the heel to the wrist. Inhale. Push the floor away with that right thumb, and then exhale, plank. Inhale, straighten the legs. Exhale, Chaturanga, your variation. Inhale, float up. Upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing. Really, really good. Inhale, right leg goes up. Exhale, right knee, right arm. Keep your shoulder on as long as possible as you lower the right knee down. And don't turn the shoulder off until the knee is on the floor. Good, and then slide the hips back on, tuck the back toes, lift the chest for pigeon. Good, I could have just said pigeon. Yeah? And many of us would have collapsed into it. Really try and keep that shoulder working the whole time. Excellent. Try not to come forwards into sleeping pigeon. This is not the time of the class, unfortunately, to be in sleeping pigeon. We're in that really upright pigeon. You might want to move your shoulders backwards or side to side, one at a time, and feel how the chest is super proud, and that is definitely where the name comes from. Yeah, this is how a pigeon struts. Excellent. Hold it there in the middle. Tuck the back toes under, lift the knee off. Hands coming down, shoulders active before the knee comes off, and the right foot goes behind the left leg, wild thing, lift and open through the chest. Really good. Push through the blade of the left foot, press through the right heel, inhale. And exhale, bum comes down on the floor, and you keep your left shoulder on the whole time until the bum comes down, and then it stays on as you inhale, lift back up. Really, really nice. As you exhale, slowly lowering it down. Weight in the left thumb. One more time, inhale. Reach up, and then over into downward dog, and the tailbone goes up and up. And the seat goes higher and higher, and you might pedal it out. Good, inhale, left leg goes up. Exhale, left knee, left arm. Now, is the shoulder creeping up to the ear, or can it stay down away from the ear as you slowly lower the knee down? Still, shoulders really working, and then slide back the right leg, untuck the toes, lift the chest. Check. Are you proud and upright enough to be a pigeon with attitude? If you're going to be any pigeon, this would definitely be you, not some kind of sad, feeble pigeon. And don't even look at their feet. I mean, it's traumatic to look at their feet. Some of them don't have that many toes. Yeah? Good. Really, really try and work that right glute to push your hip towards the floor. Good. It should be strong as it is. It doesn't need any extras. Tuck the back toes under, lift the knee off, hands coming down. So we're going over to wild thing, but you want the shoulder girdle to be working down away from the ears, weight in the thumbs, and then left leg goes over the right, and you lift and lift and lift, and the right hand, the weight is in the thumb. Good, inhale. And exhale, slowly bring the glutes down to the floor, and try and keep that right shoulder away from the ear. Inhale, lift up, 2 more. 1 movement, 1 breath. Exhale, bringing it down. Could this be your biggest expression of yourself today? Inhale, lift up and roll over, downward facing dog. Maybe it's not the most graceful roll over, but you made it. Good, inhale, full breath. Open the mouth and shake out the head. Don't be afraid to make a noise. Inhale. Blubber the lips and just... Brilliant. Inhale forwards to plank. Exhale, knees on the floor. Sit back on the heels and round yourself up to kneeling. Brilliant. So different variation of camel pose that we've been doing earlier in the class, where you're standing on the knees. Coming up, bring the right foot forwards. Maybe you don't use your hands. So this, for most of us, might stay as a lunge. For some of us, it might go into variation of camel. Brilliant. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, bend the back leg if you can and pick up the left foot with the left hand and maybe the right hand. Now, maybe already you're like, no, that's too much for my left knee, and you need to pad your mat a little bit more. So fold over the mat and stay with that and see if you can pick up the left foot in towards the left glute. Really, really nice. So for many of us, we will be working on this. You're trying not to lean forwards, but really try and push the left glute forwards. Good, and then flex the left foot. Inhale, lengthen the chest, and exhale, start to kick away. You have sensitive knees, it's not the easiest. Start to kick away, and maybe those toes come down to the floor, and you're in camel with the right foot forwards. Now, really lift the chest, keep pushing forwards with the left glute. So really, really hard to do that with the bind at the same time. Excellent, inhale, look up. And exhale, slowly release the legs, come forwards and lower down, sit back on the heels and round up. Good, so do not be afraid to stay with the first variation. We will come back and look at it in a bit more detail. Left leg coming forward, so before that we're going on to the other side. So you might now know, I need to pad my mat over, or I need something to cushion my knee, or that it's just not for me. This is already work. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, bend the right leg, catch hold of the right foot with the right hand and then maybe the left hand. So maybe you need to support yourself. Doesn't matter at all. And it's really always important to reach out for sources of support in tricky situations or in situations you don't feel quite strong or don't feel quite flexible enough to cope with it. What a good metaphor for life. Really nice. And then flex the right foot if you can. Inhale. Exhale, start to kick back and try not to come back in a crash. Try and make it a slow journey down with both the hands if you can and lift up the chest. Quite difficult to do whilst talking, that's fine. Try not to throw the head back. Really, really roll the shoulders back. Inhale. And exhale, slowly release and come up, lower down, sit back and round yourself up. Brilliant. So maybe some of you have not done that variation before. It's quite an interesting one. Lastly, we'll do it on each side in a more simple formula. Right foot forward, box everything off. Really, really nice. Inhale, reach both the arms up. Exhale, left hand outside the right knee and spin and try and reach for the left foot, the left ankle. So we've done this already, Your foot can be tucked or untucked. And then this time, instead of twisting to the right, can you lift your left hand straight up and exhale it maybe behind the ear? So no longer twisting to the right, you're really trying to stay parallel. Everything facing forwards and up with the chest. Good, inhale. And then exhale, chin to the chest. Slowly bring it up and then sit back down. So trying to get that spin up towards the sky to get it in parallel. Left leg forwards. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, right arm outside the left leg. Spin first and catch a hold of the heel if you can. Easier if you tuck the toes to catch hold of the heel because it's just a bit closer to you. Good. And then inhale, reach the right arm up. And then turn the chest towards the sky. Exhale, the arm behind the ear. Really, really nice. Keep pushing towards that right glute. Keep squeezing that left knee in front of you. Excellent. Inhale, coming up. And exhale, coming back onto the heels. Good. Come forwards, downward dog, let it go. Bend the knees, look forwards, step or jump forwards, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach, all the way up, palms touch. Exhale, release the arms. Good. Inhale, lengthen, reach up. Exhale, fold, hands coming down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or jump back, lower down, through chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Did you do a cobra yet? Try and vary it. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, right foot in between the hands. Inhale, lift up, high lunge. Exhale, open out, warrior two. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, right forearm to the thigh, left arm overhead. Good. Really try and pull that left shoulder down. Turn the right palm to face up, and then it's like you're holding something in between both of your hands. Really, really, really good. Keep your chest exactly the same, and inhale, reach your right arm forwards and your left arm backwards. Good, so I want you to notice this side angle is through your spine, not through your arms. Inhale. And then exhale, move them around in a circle. Good, inhale, open them out. Exhale, weaving them around. Maybe like you're holding a big orb. Good, inhale, opening out. You can crunch the waist a bit. Exhale, you might be crunching the waist a bit. Good, inhale, opening it out and hold. Exhale, look forwards. Inhale, shift the shape forwards and up, draw a line up through the left heel. Flying half moon or flying warrior two. Really power kick through that left heel. Brilliant. Inhale. And exhale, settle that down into warrior two. Good. So you're sort of leaning back off it a little bit. Excellent. So we're going to do exactly the same and then step it up to twisted chair so the body stays facing the left. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Good. Exhale, reach as far as you can towards the front. And then inhale, float up. Left leg draws up. Really nice. Try and lift through the heel. Good. Inhale, stretch the hands away from each other. And then exhale, bring the hands to prayer. Bring the knees together. Right elbow outside the left knee, and it's there for you. Hopefully. Maybe that's just a concept. Really squeeze the inner thighs together. And then optional side crow. So I'm not really going to break it down too much. You lift the heels off. It's just for if you really know it. Or you might feel like, I'm a bit tired. I'm going to bring my hands on the floor and keep my knees together. You lean in, chaturanga arms, chest even from the floor, not twisting one shoulder down more than the other, lifting the feet off perhaps, any variation you like. Good, and then put the feet back down, inhale up through normal chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or jump back, lower down. And I challenge you to do a cobra if you're not a cobra person. Inhale. Back muscles working harder. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, foot between the hands. Inhale, rise up, high lunge first. Get the squeeze in first. And then open out, keeping that sense of coming in whilst you're opening out. You have to have a bit of both. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, left forearm to the thigh, right arm overhead, shoulder down away from the ear, both shoulders. Don't hunch that right shoulder up. Really, really try and make it like a spear going up through the fingertips. Really, really nice. Keep the spine exactly the same. Left elbow comes off and the left arm reaches forwards, the right arm reaches backwards. So if suddenly your left waist is working too much, you lift up a bit. Inhale. Exhale, like you've got a massive beach ball. Really good. Inhale, reach the arms out. Good. Exhale, round the arms into a circular shape. Good. Inhale. This is your energy storing up. Exhale, rounding. Good. Inhale, expand the chest, look forwards. Exhale, bend the front leg a bit. Inhale, floating up. Now it's okay if you need a few steps to lift that right leg up. Absolutely fine. Inhale, lengthen the hands away from each other without really crunching the neck. Exhale, put it back down, warrior two. Turn the palms down. You're like sort of leaning back off it a little bit without reversing. Inhale, reverse. Good, exhale, reach. Left waist long, inhale, pick up. Right leg floats up. Excellent, inhale, lengthen. Left hand higher than the shoulder. Exhale, hands to prayer and knees to touch. Left elbow outside the right knee. Spin the chest through. Left shoulder under, right shoulder back. Good, hands coming to the floor, heels coming off. Maybe as a bit of a break. Maybe taking the effort off the glutes, off the legs. Maybe as a bit of a side crow. Yeah, so try and really keep the chest even from the floor. Very easy to dip the right shoulder down too much. Really, really good. When you've done your side crow, any variation, with a weight in the thumbs, like a chaturanga arm. Inhale up through normal chair. Exhale, Tadasana. Really, really nice. Hugging that right knee in again. Now really being quite playful with this one, okay? So you can point that right toe. Inhale, take the arms wide like a cactus. Good, holding it there. Inhale, lengthen the arms. Exhale, pull the arms into a cactus and bring right knee behind left knee. Keep the chest open. Good, inhale, reach the arms up, lift the knee up. Exhale, bend, bring it behind. Really, really good. One more time, inhale, lift up. Good, exhale, bend and hold it here. Can you get your chest more forwards? Optional. Left hand finds the top of the right foot. Go down a bit lower, reach the right arm out. Extend the right leg out towards the left. And then all of us sitting down with the left foot down in front for Ardha Matsyendrasana. Left knee up. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, twist towards the left. Good. So maybe you're hugging your left knee in. That's fine. Don't be rounding back and slouching back. Try and lift up. Maybe no weight in the back hands. Maybe you've gone outside, yeah, and you've gone for a bind. Fine. But not so tangled up that you don't have leeway to breathe, because you breathe so much and then you go into the stinging nettles. Yeah, you've gone off the path. Really have space to breathe. Good, untangling yourself. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands come down on the mat, sort of like framing that left foot. Shift the weight forwards. Can you step the right leg back and rise up? High lunge. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hands coming back down. Step back, plank, lower down. Inhale, cobra, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing. Bend the knees, look forwards, step or jump forwards, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, relax the arms. Brilliant. So maybe you didn't quite see what was going on when we do this variation. You've got your left leg up, arms go up. I'll just show you. You're bringing it down and weaving it behind. Yeah, trying to really squeeze inner thigh. Yeah? So when you lift it up, you don't have to open it out to the side. It could be in front. When you're going down, optional, catch top of the foot. Try and take the foot and the hand as far away from each other as they'll go, and then put it down on the floor. Yeah, so if you know that's just like, well, I'm struggling with the first one, then why would you bother? Unless you can do it with the spirit of non-judgment, in which case it's just a bit of fun. Yeah. So hug the left knee up. Point the left toes down, power through the right leg, arms to cactus, without flaring the ribs up. Yeah, try and keep them contained. Good. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, elbows in, left knee behind the right knee. Don't have to be very low. Try not to grip the right toes. Inhale, lift up. Knee up, arms up, in front of you with the knee. Exhale, bring it behind, squeeze it in. Good. Inhale, lifting it up. Last time, try not to fall over, knee behind knee. Right hand on the top of the left foot. Maybe expand the foot and the arm away from each other. Keep the chest lifted. And then put it all down on the floor. If you need the support of your hands, use your hands. Excellent. Bum down completely, including the right sitting bone. Inhale, reach the arms up. Right, big toe down. Exhale, twist over towards the right. So it could be one of those days where you need to give yourself a big hug and pull that right thigh in towards the left rib cage, rather than pushing away and don't want to be here, I'm going to push it further. Completely up to you, your intention, not necessarily the one I'm imposing. Good, untangling yourself, inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands come down to frame that front foot, arms as wide as a plank. Now shifting the weight forwards, trying to take the left leg back to a long lunge. Inhale, reach the arms up, high lunge. If you're really unstable, it's normal. Exhale, hands come down, step forwards, chair pose. Really, really nice. Consolidate the inner thighs, squeezing together, balance down in the balls and heels of the feet. Inhale, look up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step the left leg back, right leg back, plank. Good. Pop your knees down on the floor. Sit back on the heels and round yourself up. Good. So this last bit is a chance to try what we did inside plank with the knee down on the floor again, or with the leg off the floor. So it looks like this. Earlier, we did this. We caught hold of the top of the foot and took the leg backwards. not upwards, so it goes straight back. It's like when you're doing it with both your legs, you have to have your belly on the floor, bow, yeah? Option here then would be to do it from your side plank, to lift in, try and get the knees towards each other, and try and extend back, and roll your head back. Yeah, you can even flip your grip and bring your foot on your head, yeah, but it's not necessarily about that, yeah. So try and go with the right amount of stability in the base, foundation, so maybe the knee down, and then you might get more freedom to open and move, but it has to be grounded in strength, yeah. So coming forwards to plank. Good, so I'll go to the left side first, so your choice. Good, so you're setting it up nicely, bending the leg, catching a hold of the top of the foot. Good. So that right leg is going to do the work. Inhale. You pull in the lower belly a bit so you don't move into the lumbar too much, and then you kick back and you might relax the head a little bit. Yeah? So you're really trying to expand and open through the chest. Make sure that foot isn't going straight up, like you were doing a bow pose. Yeah? It's kind of like a Vritsasana side plank bow. Inhale. Exhale, slowly come out, come into plank and feel the neutrality of your spine. Inhale, push the floor away and then stay in the plank, but chin to the chest and try and dome your upper back and really, really round out your shoulder blades. Variation of plank. Inhale. Exhale, knees down, round back, sit up on the heels. Good, so make sure that the foot isn't going up too much. We'll come on to the other side. If it's too much on your wrists, you can use the forearm. It just becomes very compressed towards the floor. So brilliant. Coming up to the right side, plank, side plank. So start in plank and then roll over. Try and keep the hip nice and high. Hand can go on the waist. Now you know you can put the knee down on the floor if you need to. And then bending that left leg, catching a hold of the top of the foot. So your knee can lift up, but your foot doesn't lift up towards the sky. Inhale, zipping up, and exhale, start to kick back. Really try and expand the chest. As you push the left hip forwards, you kick the left leg backwards, and there's a push and a pull, and there you are in the middle of it all. Really nice. Inhale. Exhale, soften slowly. Try not to explode out of it. And then bring the left hand down to plank. Inhale, reassert the plank. Exhale, knees down, tuck the toes. Maybe the knees a little bit wider now as you push back into child's pose. Excellent. Relax the head down. Notice the breath is a three-dimensional shape. It's not just the belly pushing between the thighs, it's your ribs moving out to the side, your back body rising and falling. Really try and permeate it with the breath. Now this is an easy shape. It's not a time to just switch off from it. It's really a time to tune into it. It's familiar. It can be full. It can be nourished. Arms could go back. Brilliant. And then hands coming forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, round, chin to the chest, coming up to kneeling again one more time. Really, really good. So this shoulder stretch that's coming up is quite a strong one. I'll show you first. Going down onto your belly and bringing your arm out to the side. So I'll tell you which one in a minute, but just watch for now. Trying to press the shoulder into the floor. And then start slowly to spin the body, keeping the hand at shoulder height. Yeah, and then maybe you can spin over a bit more, bring the other foot down on the floor. You might even bring both the feet down on the floor. But don't go so far that it really hurts in the shoulder. You can relax your head down, you might have a cushion to put your head on. But it's a very strong release for the rotator cuff, so long as it doesn't go too far where it could be very pressurizing for the rotator cuff. But you also stretch out the front of the chest. If you do a lot of pushing, like in yoga, it's all push and very little pull. You want to start to stretch out some of these pectoral muscles and serratus anteriors and lower, deeper muscles as well. So sliding onto your belly, take the right arm out to the side, in line with the shoulder. Make sure that the head of that right shoulder goes down onto the floor, so the front of the shoulder down on the mat. Good. And then left hand down, look towards the left, right ear on the floor. Slowly start to spin the body. So maybe stack the feet like you're standing up. And you could do this against the wall, you know, with your feet flat on the floor. And it's a really effective stretch. especially when you deepen the breath. So maybe your left foot comes down on the floor, knee points up. Breathe deeply into that right side of the body so that it stretches the breath up into the shoulder and the front of the chest. Stretch out the ribs away from each other with the breath. Energy in the fingers. Really, really nice. Wherever you are, take a last inhale. And exhale, slowly roll yourself towards the floor. So come out of it slowly. And then take the left arm out. Good, so your left ear goes on the mat, your right hand might go on the floor. Yeah, so you give yourself the support that you need to move, because maybe for some of us it's more of a tentative process to move into. That could be because you're very tight, or it could be because you're very open and you need to take care of it. Good, maybe hand on the hip, right foot on the floor, breathing all of the time into that space sort of between the shoulder and the front of the chest. Excellent. So you get much more out of it if you really try and fully inhabit it. And it's like being on that path that I went onto and I was like, I don't want to be cycling on this path. Well, actually when I really embraced it and I could really enjoy it and notice the beautiful details of it. Last breath here. And exhale, slowly curl it down towards the floor. Now hopefully the chest is a tiny bit more open around the shoulder. As you bend both the legs, catch a hold of the top of the feet. Knees stay maximum hip width apart. Good. Inhale, pull the lower belly in. Exhale, start to kick up, and the knees come off the floor as well as the shoulders. Yeah, try and even that out. Bow pose, Dhanurasana. So really recognizing that this is putting together those two kicking motions we had in each leg. Really trying to work out the front of the leg, pushing the hip towards the floor, lifting the chest. Try and even that out between the front and the back of the body. Excellent. One more inhale. Exhale, slowly lowering down. Good, relax the legs carefully. Bring the elbows down on the floor into Sphinx. Good. So talking all about that cycling, working out the front of the leg, really important because those hip flexors get so tight. Bend the right leg, reach back with the right hand, catch a hold of the top of the foot, and press the heel towards the bum. You might spin the wrist, fingers forwards, elbow up, look forwards. If it's not enough, you straighten out the left arm, push the right hip towards the floor, and drop the shoulders down away from the ears as you look forwards and square the chest. Good, so really working at the right hip point towards the floor. Excellent. And then slowly release. You need your left elbow down on the floor first, and to not explode that leg back, but to let the leg float back. Right elbow comes down. Left side, same process. Bending at the knee, pushing the hip towards the floor, reaching back with the left hand. If you can, spin the fingers forwards, great. If you can't, hugging it in, might even go in the elbow, soft part of the elbow, taking the top of the foot, draw the chest forward. So try not to be open towards the left. Make sure that left knee isn't going out too much. Maybe right arm straightens, and hold the front of your mat maybe if it's a bit slippery. Excellent. Push the left hip down into the floor. Drop the right shoulder down away from the ear. Inhale. Belly pushes towards the floor, and exhale slowly. Right arm comes down. Slowly, left leg goes back, and you roll over onto your back, hugging the knees in towards the chest when you get there. Really, really good. So some working into the spine in extension, in back bends there. So we didn't do a lot of core strength during the class, but we're ending, consolidating this back bending movement by using the core to integrate it. You don't want to end up really sort of flaring the ribs out all the time. Flexibility and strength. Take the left leg away, kick through the heel, hug the right knee in towards the chest and flex the right foot as well. Good, and then let the arms go. Reach them straight up towards the sky. And can you pull that right knee closer towards your chest without your bum coming off the floor? Really nice. Inhale. Exhale, extend the right leg up. Kick the heel up and away. Try and get it in 90 degrees. Yeah, straight up towards the sky. And you press the left hip down towards the floor. Can you spin your toes so your big toe comes into the midline a little bit more? Inhale. Exhale, head off the floor, shoulders off the floor, you reach forwards. And now you can look, are the left toes turning up towards the sky, or are they spinning over to the sides? Yeah, really squeeze the inner thighs together. Big breath in. Exhale, slowly lowering down. Bend that right leg. Left hand outside the right knee and draw it over towards the left. Look towards the right. Spinal twist. Right shoulder stays down on the floor. Breath. Deepening into the lower belly. You want the breath to move into the space where it doesn't want to be. Like that path that doesn't want to go down. And I don't regret going down that path. It was just I wish that I had taken some antihistamines that day. Good, inhale through the middle. Take the right leg away, flex the foot, left knee comes in towards the chest. Pull the knee in, so flexing that hip, flexion of the hip. Kick both the heels, and inhale, reach the arms up, but don't extend that left leg yet. Can you pull that left thigh in towards the chest a bit more? Inhale. Exhale, extend. So you're going from that left glute up to the left heel. Pull up the fronts of the legs. Squeeze as though the toes are coming in towards each other if they're rolling out. Inhale, energy in the fingers. Exhale, extend the arms forwards. Push the lower back into the mat and really split the legs away from each other. Really getting that right knee to go down towards the floor. Shoulders peeling off the mat. Final breath in. And exhale, slowly lowering it down. Bend the left leg, right hand outside the left leg. Roll it over to the right, look towards the left. Really nice. So deepening the breath into the belly before we end up letting go of the breath. Keep it really rich here. Brilliant. Inhale it up through the middle. Slide the left leg out to join the right leg, reset the spine, bring the palms to face up in Shavasana. So let it all go. Let go of any postures that you might have wanted to do in the class. Let go of any fixed ideas of what is a complete yoga sequence when it could be a complete practice to just do Shavasana. Depending on your intention, depending on what you notice. And if at times during the class you felt like you were on a tight, narrow path with stinging nettles either side of you, you made it through to the end. There were still moments to notice that you enjoyed. You were still able to find balance enough to get through. And now you let it go for a few minutes. Notice the ability of the body to find rest when you let go. Notice perhaps how the mind isn't quite on the same time scale. Maybe it doesn't find a place of calm, regularity, of ease when you stop. Notice the emotional tone present in your body that could be very far from stillness and ease. And notice that in all these dimensions, you are able to be with yourself on the mat, however it is. However imperfect, or however difficult, or however much you wish it was different, you are at least willing to try and encounter your experience as you find it. Start to deepen the breath. In and out. Take a bigger breath in. Open the mouth and sigh it out. Not pushing it away, but letting it go. Inhale. And exhale. Start to move around a bit. It doesn't have to be anything in particular. It could be really intuitive. And slowly in your own time, find your way to come up. And as you come up, take any seated position or kneeling that really works for you. Move a little bit side to side to see if you can settle the weight evenly on the sitting bones. And bring your hands into prayer in the middle of the chest. Good, and so perhaps like that path that I went down, the really a silly story, really. Maybe we can resist our experience because it's not as we quite wanted to find it. But the practice of yoga is a practice of connection with things as they are. And once you're on that road, you're on it, or once things are as they are, sometimes you can't change them. And to practice yoga is to be willing to notice things as they are, even if that leads to change or wanting to change. And noticing that even in unfortunate situations or difficult situations, there are sometimes things that you're really glad that you did notice about them. And sometimes there is some meaning in that. Inhale, reach the arms out and up. Exhale, pull the hands through prayer. And as you bow forwards, ending your practice if you wish, saying Namaste. Namaste.